Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I wanted to wish you a good day. I'm an artist and spiritualist. If you're new to the channel, I thank you so much for subscribing and for your likes, your share, your comments. It really assists the channel to grow. And if you want a private session, you can send me an email. And I thank you so much for your donations, your kind donations. It's really helping me still right now. Very soon, the doors of the world are going to open. We're going to move into the next level. I'm going to discuss a few ideas. The first is that God created the universe, the cosmos even. The cosmos is the universe of universes, is actually a creation of God. It's not signed, everybody has to figure it out. But what is a universe? In truth, the cosmos has countless universes. A universe is an independent unit of creation that's evolved and growing through time from the Father, the Mother, and the One, the great gods of creation that are that come from the original source, from paradise. And each universe is created unique. It's one sort. Each universe is a divine sort of creation. And when God creates any universe, he creates a law that goes with it. And this law is a guarantee that the universe will grow and learn and evolve and eventually fuse into light and life. But there are a lot of universes that are ruled by different laws. Sometimes, since there is no physical barrier between the different universes, different local universes. Some beings can come from another universe and not understand. Here we live in a magnetic universe with the law of cause and effect. That's the basic principle is the principle of creation. You are a creation. You will all existence. You will always exist. You always have existed. You always exist because you're a creation. And if you are not existing, the universe will lack something, and the universe knows no lack. So that's the first principle. The second principle is inclusion. You're always included within the life of God. After that, you have the law of cause and effect. Everything we produce will return to us in a form that we learn and grow from our intentions, our words, our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Then we have the law of one. All is one and one is all. And then we have the law of change. Everything is in eternal transformation except the source and the law that does not change. And this law of one is very important, is the tree of life. This understanding of the law of one will have to be integrated within all systems of education within the future. There is a great being and collective named RA that I work with, that's always been teaching the Emerald Covenant, the law of one, which is above the duality. And this because the separation of the two power is the fall from grace, is the evil, is the dark. Yet which is the tree of knowledge. Yet this tree of knowledge was chosen for this planet consciously and purposefully to understand. Every family has this system of good and evil, with the values, what is good, what is not. Every culture has his own, because we needed to become full creator, and for that we need to understand the principles of good and evil, so that we can be compassionate and lucid in relationship to the creation that we might create in the future as full creator. For now, we co-creator. But the separation between the two powers is the fall from grace. And as we rise above, we realize there is only one power. It is God. It is the love of God. And there has no opposition force. God allows this separation of power for evolutionary purposes. But we need to stand above that. And so call on the higher spiritual connections that you have. We do need to come into this spiritual, our spiritual connected self, our connected self. On the earth is highly populated by all kinds of beings. Some we know, some we don't know, but there is the humanity. Humanity is very diverse. There is like a whole groups of people. Of course, there is some dark souls. There is some beings without souls, but the brothers of darkness, which actually, the brothers of darkness, because we call the dark souls, are actually light beings that choose to polarize in the dark in order to explore the potential of expressing power. But and then there's a family of light. That's the part we connect to. But within this population of Earth, there is like all kinds of human souls that are exploring 3D, that will soon go into 4D. But there is also countless beings, millions of beings that incarnated from the higher planes into this human form, like you and I, who come from a higher planes in order to to raise the frequency of the planet. We couldn't do anything from the outside since there is this law of free will. So we had to integrate, come in within the program to break free, to break the paradigm from within. That was the mission. At the beginning, nobody from the higher plane wanted to come down here. It's like, what are those people? They have all the powers of God, and look what they are living. They're living in suffering when they have the whole power of God from within themselves. But they had to be awakened to that. So it's part of the process. And so there is a great diversity in terms of what the frequency of the human soul, because there is all the galactic, there is hundreds of thousands and thousands of galactic family that send a representative here, because that's by solving the problems between humans down here that come different frequency from different families that assist different evolution of the relationship between different civilizations as well. As we move into the higher planes, we come to realize there is far more diversity within the collective. That there is the galactics, there is the celestial, higher celestial beings, there is the gods, there is the ascended masters, there is all kinds of beings. The more we ascend, the greater the diversity of spirit. For there is a lot of spiritual beings that are invisible up until a certain point where they become visible and we can see the ins and outs of their work. But there is always a lot of silent observer. Even the ascended masters have those silent observer, and then they evolve, and every time we move to a level, we integrate a new level of reality of spirits. So the universe is far more diverse and expansive, even on the galactic planes. There is so much diversity in the terms of the forms of beings that God has created, and on the higher planes there is no. It's not like here. It's like the power goes to those who have money. It's just the way it is here for now. But up there, it's all about wisdom and authority. The spiritual status determine the authority of a being, and there is the ascending wisdom, and then there is the descending wisdom. Those who come from the higher plane to teach, those come from the higher planes usually have more authority and more wisdom, and they could actually give a really hard time to all, even the Father, Mother, God of our universe, or like, but they don't. They're only in support, but they have this power. The higher being is the level of creation of a being. The more power and authority it will have. But they were beings of great love and wisdom, and in the universe there is actually beings of unimaginable attributes of divinity and powers and might, and so we will come to know them. So just for now, we have this great I Am presence, which is the Spirit of God that is our minister. So we thank, we are very blessed to be a planet that's been given this I Am presence. It is the passport to paradise. And so we are awakening to understand that everybody, all the forms of divinity, are all synchronized and working for the one now. There is no fight between dark and light. There is still some that could be playing the darks, as long as they're needed to play a role of darkness. But in truth, there is no darkness. There is only love, and there is only one. And as we tune into that, we can actually assist in the evolution, because what we're doing down there is assisting the higher planes as well. It's like there's a lot of things we don't not always aware of that, but so as I continue to cultivate a sense of value, goodness, truth, beauty, gentleness, courage, long suffering as well. We have to learn patience before we can actually harvest the fruits of our good deeds. And there is a great event that is preparing, a great solar flash. That's really Spirit is talking to me about this event. It was supposed to happen. The original plan was that it was going to happen at the winter solstice of 2012, the end of the Maya calendar. But only a few people, would have been like a few thousand people would have survived, and everybody would die from that. But now half of the population is ready. So there is a great possibility, because we were given an extension of 12 years. So be prepared for this for great event, and the catalyst for great event in this coming solstice. Just life is to be lived in the present, and just be attuned to your intuition. Your intuition will let you know what to do and when to do it. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. We do need to prepare to get our body, our physical body, as light as possible, to be moderate in all things, to not be excessive. I'm going to pull a few cards, or one card. The card of the day from this oracle is honesty. It says, love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. Be honest with yourself. So it's in French, so I have to translate. Uh, Discover what you are really desiring. Then express your truth with clarity. Always speak with love and compassion. And know that the truth will never hurt anyone when it is expressed with love. It means the truth can really be hurtful, and sometimes there is certain truth that will be that will shock people. But if it's expressed with love or humor, yes, if we can express it with humor, that works as well. Then you will not hurt. So it's just we're here to learn about love, to become love, to be the expression of love, which is challenging. I'm going to pull a few cards from this oracle of wisdom. The observer of the day is the one step ahead. It means we need to help each other and to be prepared to prepare ourselves the best way to come for what we know is coming. These good things. Do not give any sort of energy or power to all the catastrophists. And this is really their timeline. They're trying to enforce a timeline, but it's not. We need to move into this paradise, fifth dimension, and above and beyond energy. The highest wisdom is happy circumstances. It is unexpected blessings. Santa Claus is coming to town. What we need to do is the deep knowledge to continue to cultivate, to understand, to integrate, to receive this transcendental knowledge. What we need to do is this new life, this awakening from this old. We are awakening to a new energy, a new life. We're going to spray our wings. We're going to be able to fly. And the outcome is the unfinished symphony. We are asked to complete the symphony, the inner process. There is like circles of consciousness. We need to traverse them all to reach the center, and we need to complete that cycle. We have to be very patient and courageous and perseverant with ourselves to complete that process, to little by little to remove all of the past conditioning. So I'm going to pull one more card, and then so it's a continue to cultivate peace. Know yourself; you are already complete, and then seek to tune into the peace, the true peace of mind. So the world will be cleansed. Continue to send violet fire into conflict and to ask the angels to assist. But no, there is a divine process that is at work that will definitely transform the whole process, and a lot of miracles will be happening. Very soon we're going to be moving into a new world where a lot of this old conflict-driven world will, all of the warmongers will be sent out. So I'm going to pull a few cards from this called the Whisper of Nature. So the observer of the day is a potential gateway, and there is really this. We're really into this portal until the 21. That really is a gateway, and our consciousness can really utilize it by fusing, receiving higher energies from whichever higher entities can assist us in creating a bridge to the higher planes. The wisdom is higher ground. So we need to reach this higher ground and to always be on the higher ground, on the lucid path. What we need to understand is to keep your dreams alive. Keep your dreams alive. God is really He has only one desire for you, is to fulfill your dreams, to fulfill your highest ambition. So just continue to cultivate your dreams with patience and sincerity, and then you can always add up details. And the Creator wants to bring us that in a better way, even. So what we need to do is to be your best self always. We always want to seek to improve, to become the best version of ourselves, to always be more loving, more lucid, more courageous. And the outcome will be the accumulation of vision. For we are cultivating our own vision, but there is a collective vision that is really creating this new world. It's like as soon as the dark will be removed, we're going to see what humanity is capable of doing, and we'll all be there to recreate this new world. It's not going to just descend. The cities of light will eventually descend and will fuse into light and life. But we're going to have a lot of work to repair, to cleanse the earth, and the galactics will be assisting, but they won't be doing the work for us. It is for us, humanity, to cultivate this vision first, and then when the doors open, to manifest it into the world in whichever way God is, the power that God is giving us. The observer of the day from the unicorn is trust, and the observer trust and faith is very important. The wisdom is expansion. We continue to expand. We seek coming back to the source within, but we also need to expand. It's It's a dance, it's a process. For the tree of knowledge is the expansion, the tree of life is the return. What we need to understand is the goddess. It's all the divine feminine, Mother Earth, Mother Sophia, Nebadonia, but also the Madame Marie, can be Isis. There is a lot of, there is the 13 goddesses. There is the divine feminine will really assist us and is very, very present, the goddess of Venus. There is all kinds of goddesses, then the goddess Athena, there is all kinds of goddesses, Metis, all kinds of goddesses that have supreme wisdom within them, and the divine, the feminine wisdom is very, very essential, very powerful. It is very loving, it is very nurturing, and there is a return of the divine feminine. The Great Mother, the Great Mother of our universe, will also select certain avatar bodies to serve the plan of the Mother. When there is the Father, will also select certain avatar to because the plan of God is grandiose. It's like just for the earth even. So we just we align with the highest divinity and we follow whatever wisdom comes from within. What we need to do is to delight. This is the delight. We're going to be delighted. We're going to be fulfilled. It's going to be marvelous. There's a new path that's going to be opening, although there is a storm that's coming within the lower consciousness of humanity, the sleeping population. For us, it's like we're going to be liberated. They won't understand what will be liberated. We're going to assist them, but it's not going to be like, oh yeah, give me freedom. And so clacking the magic wand and they're free and ascended. They're going to have to do their own work in order to achieve their ascension. But for us, we'll be in a state of delight. And the outcome is imagination, and continue to cultivate this sense of childlike adventure, to cultivate your imagination, to enrich your dreams. For your imagination is really to seek out the beautiful, to seek out something. Well, as an artist, it's very, I've always pretty utilizing the imagination, or in whatever art is very potent and powerful. But continue to even just to imagine there's no the song of John Lennon, Imagine. So because it has to come from within, it has to come from our imagination first. We have to initiate the program from within, because God is God, He already has it all. So it's like for us to ask, and then we'll receive. And so and whatever we imagine, the universe will utilize whatever has true value and meaning, and will confirm certain truths within in relationship to our creative potential. And so I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a little song and pull out a few oracles from the angels. It's a light song. It's about being in gratitude each and every day. It's called Morning Has Broken. It goes like this. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world. Sweet the rain new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, hidden so plain. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world. Beautiful song from Cat Stevens, or Yusuf Islam, as he's now called. All his music is so full of love and spirituality. A lot of energy comes through the music world, and it's like through the arts in general. But also philosophy, and there is light coming from everywhere. Now we're going to be bombarded with revelation and truth, and the observer of the day is forgiveness. Important to forgive yourself for everything and to forgive others. They're just children of God, learning in relationship to what their soul has decided for them to learn. So it is really, the wisdom is generosity, to be generous materially and spiritually. What we need to understand is liberation. We're about to be liberated. We're already liberated in our consciousness, but the program on the earth is about to be liberated for us and for humanity. So now we're the first wave, so the second wave will be built on the first, and the third wave will be built on the first two, and then it's gonna catapult the planet into a higher dimension of being. What we need to do is purification, to continue to purify our body so we can receive more of the divine light. The purer we are, the closer we can get to the center, the source, the creator. So we need to purify our consciousness, to purify our heart, purify our physical body. And the outcome is a learning process. It's a school of evolution. Yet it is more than that, because we're in touch with life itself. The infinity of the Creator's wisdom and intelligence and love can be accessible right here, right now. Of course, we cannot get it all, but we're getting ever increasing octaves of understanding and love. And so just continue to follow your heart. I hope this message was interesting for you, inspirational, to continue to be in a receptive mode, to receive all those energies that come from above in this great portal, and to prepare ourselves for the great event that is coming, that's really going to be a cosmic accelerator. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Namaste.